The Almanac of American Politics called Vicky Hartzler's win over a 17-term incumbent congressman one of the biggest upsets of 2010.
Around here, when something's broken, we fix it. And that's what I'll do in Congress.
In Vicky Hartzler's Heartland Plain Speaking, people throughout this district heard experience and wisdom learned from growing up on a rural Cass County farm, where faith, hard work, common sense, and freedom are part of every day. We heard the commitment to learning a better way forward from the Archie High School valedictorian, a summa cum laude graduate from Mizzou, and the holder of a master's degree from Central Missouri State University. We heard insight she gained from over a decade spent as a teacher in the Belton and Lebanon schools, inspiring young people in this district to live better and fuller lives. We heard the real-world experience of Vicky's home still being on a working 4th District farm, and from years as a job creator through their small business. We felt the caring of a wife and mother. We heard Heartland common sense, that the career politicians in Washington are out of control and a growing threat to the future of our families, and that someone had to stop them before they did any more damage. Vicky Hartzler defined her mission, fixing a broken Washington. And that's exactly what she's doing. In only her first term, Vicky Hartzler voted for 27 bipartisan jobs bills to jumpstart job creation. Vicky understands America works best when Americans are working. She kept her promise to co-sponsor and vote for the Balanced Budget Amendment and line item veto to stop runaway spending and the out-of-control federal debt. Leading by example, Vicky has cut her own office costs by 12% from those of her predecessor, even returning dollars back to the Treasury. Vicky voted to end Obamacare and continues to fight against its higher costs, cuts to Medicare, deeper debt, fewer choices, and government mandates that defy economic common sense and violate our religious and moral beliefs. From her position on the House Armed Services Committee, Vicky knows our security depends on our military's mission being successful every day of every year. So she's opposed the draconian military cuts advocated by the National Democrats. Vicky's leading the fight to prevent another expensive and disastrous base realignment and closure commission. She's won amendments to ensure growing support for Fort Leonard Wood and Whiteman Air Force Base. Vicky's won prioritizing fair pay for our men and women in uniform who are fighting around the world for the security of our families and for protection of the benefits earned by veterans. She stood up for our property rights and the hundreds of landowners at the Lake of the Ozarks when the federal government tried to force the seizure of their property. She introduced her bipartisan Landowner Protection Act, a key reason that the government backed away from its senseless plans to steal the people's land. From her seat on the House Agriculture Committee, she's put her lifetime of farming and small business experience to work directly translating her firsthand knowledge into jobs and a better future for 4th District families. Vicky sponsored and led to passage the Small Business Credit Availability Act that prevents needless government regulations from drying up essential loans Main Street job creators need to maintain current jobs and grow new ones. Vicky helped lead the fight that stopped the ridiculous Obama administration schemes to regulate dust on farms and to virtually ban young people from holding part-time jobs on family farms. Vicky has stood up to the job-killing extreme environmentalists and President Obama as they try to regulate into oblivion the Keystone Pipeline and the thousands of jobs it would bring to America and Missouri. She's fought their equally baseless attacks on drilling for American oil and on the use of domestic clean coal, which powers over 80% of Missouri's electric generation. Vicky's been a voice of reason in protecting and searching for a permanent solution to ensure Medicare and Social Security remain solvent and each honors its promises today and tomorrow. She co-sponsored the Violence Against Women Act, creating an important tool to aid and give support to victims of domestic abuse. And Vicky's been a leader for our values, protecting innocent life, voting for our right to bear arms, supporting free enterprise, and safeguarding our right to make faith-based decisions without interference from the government. Vicky Hartzler's hard at work, fixing a broken Washington.